You are listening to Book Clips, a mini podcast in which authors or narrators do readings from novels. Check out the show notes for the synopsis and buy links for this book.
Hungry Hearts, written by Saxon Bennett and Layce Gardner. Published by Square Pegs, Inc. Narrated by Layce Gardner. Chapter 1. Driving the rental car up the sandy road to Hungry Heart's bed and breakfast, Claudia Montgomery was beginning to think this vacation might not be such a swell idea. It was true she was suffering a bout of writer's block, but it happened to every writer from time to time. It was just her time, that was all. She was successful, having written 25 Nosy Parker mysteries over the last 20 years without a break. That was enough to give anybody a severe case of burnout. At 45 years old, she had spent almost her entire adult life as a writer. She had gone to college, studied literature, and then gotten an MFA in creative writing. She didn't know how to be anything but a writer. And now she couldn't write. She had ideas, but she didn't like them. Her muse had taken a sabbatical, and Claudia needed to get her mojo back. This hiatus at Hungry Heart's Bed and Breakfast was her editor, Velma Hardy's idea. The owner of the B&B, Maggie Ferguson, was an old friend of Velma's. When the writer's block began to look like a permanent condition, Claudia had finally agreed to the retreat. If this didn't work, Velma had threatened to send her to a life coach.
All you need is some rest. I know the perfect spot. It's on the coast and very, very quiet. Just a small town with minimum distractions. You're overwrought, and that's why you can't write, Velma had said. Ugh, Claudia thought. Endlessly discussing her inability to write was not helping. It's not like I'm enjoying this. I don't know what to do with myself if I don't write. I'm going crazy, Claudia had replied. Which is why you're going to Hook's Cove. You need a change of venue. Believe me, it works. But you need peace and quiet. This is a win-win, Velma said. You'll get your juices flowing again and forget all this nonsense. Get out of Chicago and the rat race, and your fingers will be flying over the keyboard. I guarantee it. Claudia hardly thought she was in the rat race. She stayed in her apartment all day, by herself, making stuff up. When she was super engaged in what she was writing, she ordered meals from her drawer full of take-out menus and did nothing but write. Now she wandered around the apartment, freaking herself out and coming up with various scenarios about how she would live a life without writing. Granted, she had her savings, but how long would her nest egg hold out? She hadn't worried about money since her lean college years. Velma was right. She needed to get away, chill, and everything would work itself out. Her GPS led her right up the driveway to the B&B. She parked her car, took a deep breath, straightened her shoulders, and got out. By the time she had walked to the trunk of her rental car, twin blonde, blue-eyed girls were at her side. They were identical, except that one had messy hair that hadn't been combed since who knows when, and the other had perfectly groomed locks. They had matching grape juice mustaches. Are you Claudia? The girl with the messy hair inquired. Her twin smacked her in the arm. You're supposed to call her Miss Montgomery, unless she says we can call her Claudia. Can we call you Claudia, or are you one of those ladies who doesn't like children? The messy-haired twin asked. Her sister attempted to swat at her again.
She jumped out of reach with practiced agility and stuck out her tongue. "You can call me Claudia. And yes, I like kids." She shrugged her shoulders and said, "I'm not around them a lot, but I'm sure you can give me some pointers."
"We can do that,"
the messy-haired twin said. She pointed at her sister.
"Her name's Charlotte. I prefer Charlie. And I'm Punk."
Hungry Hearts, written by Saxon Bennett and Layce Gardner. Published by Square Pegs, Inc. Narrated by Layce Gardner.
You have been listening to Book Clips. Check out the show notes for the synopsis and buy links for this book. If you are interested in showcasing your novel, then check out the show notes for more information.